2023 is here, and with it comes lots and lots of new content for Splatoon 3. So, what kind of content can we expect from the game this year? Well, let's break this up by how the updates are distributed in-game, seasons. In Splatoon 3, updates are dropped in waves every 3 months, at the start of each in-game and, actual IRL season. There will be 4 released throughout the year. 1 in March, 1 in June, 1 in September, and 1 in December. Let's go over what we can expect to see with each season, starting with the Spring Season 2023. Spring Season 2023 will be the first content update of the new year, and we can expect a good handful of things for it. First and foremost, we'll be receiving a brand new mode, League Battle. League Battle is a mode that's returning from Splatoon 2, in which teams of 2 or 4 compete in order to attempt to gain a high power, similar to how X-Power works, in a single rotation. With this mode, for the first time in Splatoon history, all ranked modes will be playable at all times, between Anarchy Open, Series, X-Battle, and League. Additionally, it's most likely that this update will add online battles to Table Turf Battle, allowing for players to face off against each other for the first time in this mode. Along with each update will come a handful of new weapons and stages. Following the model set by the recent Chill Season update, we should receive 2 new stages, 1 new and 1 returning from a previous game. Based on some data in the game's code, it's likely that the returning stage may be the Reef from Splatoon 2, although this isn't confirmed. The stage would be a nice change of pace, being substantially more open than most stages in this game, allowing for interesting flanks and more freedom of movement. The brand new stage will most likely be this Egypt theme stage we saw in the Splatoon 3 Direct. And while we don't know much about it, I can see it being very interesting, having a bit more of an open layout, similar to something like Scorched Gorge. In terms of new weapons, while we don't have a lot to go off of, I think it's likely we'll see new Splatana and Stringer kits, as well as a couple of kits shown in trailers and even in the game itself, such as Sloshing Machine with Killer Whale 5.1 as hinted at by the Table Turf card of the same name, Neo Splashomatic with Zipcaster as shown in the Specials reveal trailer, and more. We will also most likely see some new weapons for a couple of classes. I guess Sloshers, Splatlings, and Brushes are up to get new types, but we'll have to wait and see for this. The last major new piece of content will be a Salmon Run stage, and it'll most likely either be Lost Outpost from Splatoon 2 or a brand new stage. Either way, we'll have to wait and see. Following the Spring Season, we have the Summer Season 2023. This season will not see the introduction of a new mode, but will bring with it new weapons and stages, as well as potentially a new special. Firstly, while we have no idea what the new stage may be, it's most likely that the returning stage will be from Splatoon 1 for the sake of some variety. I'd be willing to bet my money on Bluefin Depot, but it's not confirmed. We have absolutely no clue what the new weapon kits or new weapon variants will be, although if I had to bet, I would say most likely this will be the update we get a new Splatana and Stringer type. The new Salmon on stage will most likely be the other of the 2 mentioned above, being a new stage or Lost Outpost from Splatoon 2. And it's likely that around halfway through the season, we will receive the DLC single-player campaign, in a similar vein to Splatoon 2's Octo expansion. We don't know much about this campaign, but we do know that it is in development, that it'll have a focus on Off the Hook as key characters, and based on some hinting, a little more than just light hinting if I'm being honest, from the game's story mode, it's likely that it'll cover topics of genetic cloning. The last interesting thing that we could potentially see this season is a new special weapon. The special weapon actually has some data in the code, being nicknamed Firework and having 2 separate shot types that each have unique properties. This could potentially be a replacement for Tenna missiles, as the specials are viewed as a problem both by the community and by the devs, or it could be an entire standalone special. Either way, I'm excited to see it in action. After the summer season comes the fall season, which will feature a lot of new kits and stages, which, you guessed it, we don't really know anything about. However, some new features we do know about from data mining are new Salmon Run modes, and I believe this will be the update we'll get them. The new modes are codenamed Pair and Underground, and we actually do have a pretty good idea as to what they may be. Pair seems pretty self-explanatory, playing with a duo instead of a quartet of players. And Underground will most likely see us taking to Splatsville's sewers to fight off the Salmonids. This has been hinted at in a couple of different ways in-game, actually. First off is the elevator in the Grizzco warm-up room, which would allow employees access to the deep underground sewers. Secondly, we know for sure that Salmonids do use the sewers to traverse Splatsville, as they come out of manhole covers during low tide and big run, and can be heard within them in the hub. Additionally, it's likely that we'll receive a brand new type of King Salmonid. There's data in the game for another type of King Salmonid, currently codenamed Ghost, and it would make all too much sense for a Halloween big run. Additionally, we'll see another new Salmon Run stage, and if I'm a betting man, I would say we'll see Ruins of Ark Polaris come back. It's kind of absurd that this stage isn't in the base game considering how relevant it is to the single-player campaign. But it's a fun stage, it's a fan favorite, and the other returning Splatoon 2 stage honestly is not very good, so I would be okay if it doesn't come back at all. Following up the fall update will be the last major update of 2023, the chill season. And honestly, I have no clue what we could potentially see this season besides the new weapons and stages. If I had to guess, I'd say we might be about due for a new ranked mode, but I can't say that with full confidence, obviously. It's not being confirmed. So, to keep up with what the rest of this year and far beyond has to offer, make sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the new content throughout Splatoon 3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.